What happens to your 401k or 403b when you leave your job? If you have recently left your job or you plan to soon, I have you covered. In this video, we will discuss the 4 different ways you can handle your 401k or 403b after leaving your job. And if you enjoy videos like this, please give it a quick like and tell a friend about it. It helps spread the word and I really do appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Teeples and here we aim to grow your wealth with simple, time-tested solutions. On a quick note, I will be referring to the work retirement plan as a 401k in this video, just to keep the flow going. But just know that a 403b is handled the same exact way when you choose to roll it over to an IRA someday. 401k and 403b basics. You've likely been making pre-tax contributions to your 401k plan. This means that you get the tax deduction in the year that you contributed. For example, if you fall into the 22% tax bracket based on your income, you've been saving 22 cents for every dollar that you put into your 401k plan. And if you've been making Roth 401k contributions all along in your work plan, you'll be able to roll that directly over to a Roth IRA without paying any taxes since they are like accounts. In this video, we're going to assume that you've been making the typical pre-tax contributions to your 401k plan, the traditional 401k, and that we have a decision to make when it's time to roll that thing over. The 4 rollover options. You have 4 options for your 401k plan when you leave your job. Option 1 is to roll the assets into a traditional or Roth IRA. And the rest of this video will be focused on option 1. It's usually the best option for the vast majority of people, but not always. Option 2 is to keep your 401k with your former employee. And you can do this whether you change jobs or you retired. Frankly, it's what a lot of people do because if you don't do anything at all, typically this is what happens. And while this is a great option for a very small subset of people, it's usually not the best way to go. If you are a high earner and you're unable to contribute to Roth IRAs because of your income, and you don't have a balance in a traditional IRA, and you already max out your pre-tax contributions to your 401k plan, then you may consider keeping your funds with the old 401k when you move on, because it will enable you to do what is known as a backdoor Roth IRA contribution each year. If you're in this situation, please check out a video I did a couple videos ago that will show you exactly how to perform the backdoor Roth IRA contributions without paying any extra taxes at all. But if you're anyone else, which is 99% of us, we'll stick with option 1, the IRA. All right, option number 3, you can consolidate your 401k plan with your new employer's 401k plan. So this can be a good option if your new employer has better investing options within their 401k plan and a better fee structure. But with that said, an IRA will almost always have way better investing options and lower fee structures. So option 3 is very unlikely to be the best for you. Option 4, cash out your 401k. This has horrible penalties and it will absolutely obliterate your wealth over the years. Now, of these 4 options, the vast majority of people will benefit the most from rolling over to an IRA, which was option 1. However, the tricky part is, which IRA do you choose? Do you go with the traditional IRA or the Roth IRA? Traditional or Roth IRA? I'm going to keep this simple. We are strictly talking about maximizing your purchasing power with the most tax advantage wealth long term. We're assuming that you're not going to take early withdrawals, which will cause you to pay penalties, and that you're going to properly navigate the small nuances between traditional and Roth IRAs. 99% of the decision, truly, if not closer to 100, is if you think you'll be in a lower tax bracket this current year or a lower tax bracket in the future years in retirement when you actually access these funds. This will ultimately decide what gets you the most money to spend on the people and the things that you love in your retirement. Advantages of rolling to a traditional IRA. Many people overvalue the advantages of Roth IRAs to those of traditional IRAs. I think it has a lot to do with the general vibes and language around a Roth IRA. You know, if you put your money in this account, you'll never pay taxes again. grows tax-free. You take the money out tax-free. You're tax-free for life. That has a lot of appeal, as it should. But what if I told you that a traditional IRA's taxable contributions have the exact same effect on your purchasing power to the penny? And I really do hear a lot of people say it's a timing thing. Like, do I pay the taxes now and get it over with and then not have to pay them later? But there is no timing element to it. It's strictly an amount thing. And let's explain that further by diving into a couple examples here. So I pulled up a calculator that's out on AARP, and its purpose is to show whether traditional 401k or Roth 401k contributions are better based on different tax situations. I put in a 30-year duration here, and I'm saying that the current tax rate's 22%, the future tax rate when the funds are removed are 22%, and the hypothetical rate of return is 10%. This person's putting in $20,000 per year. So as I alluded to earlier, if the tax rates are the same, you will be to the dollar the same on your traditional after taxes, so this is what's actually in your pocket, $2.7 million, and your Roth after taxes, $2.7 million. Now you can see the traditional before taxes were $3.46 million, and the Roth, of course, was the exact same $2.7 million because you're never taxed on that money again after the contributions. But I just wanted to show that they are the exact same, and the only thing that matters is the tax rate at the time. The timing of the taxes means absolutely nothing. Let's say you're in the 37% tax bracket for the current tax rate, and you're going to keep yourself in the 12% bracket in retirement when you get to control your income flow. Hypothetical rate of returns unchanged at 10%, same contributions, and you can see you'll have over $3 million after taxes of purchasing power in the traditional IRA and only $2.2 million after taxes in the Roth IRA. And now let's jump over to a spreadsheet to show why this works like that. I put together a simple spreadsheet as an example of why the timing of tax payments means absolutely nothing when it's money you won't touch until the future anyway. So this person's going to put $1,000 in per month, and they're starting with $0, and we're assuming a 10% return over the years. Now the current tax rate is going to be 0 with a traditional IRA. So when you run this through, year-end balance at the end of year 30 is $2,260,488. Now, if you're someone that's a high earner in the 37% tax bracket, you would pay 37% taxes on your contributions every current year, which will reduce your contributions to be effectively $630 per month. So now your ending balance after 30 years is $1,424,107. And that number is down drastically because 37% of the dollars every single year do not factor into the compounding effect of your money over time. So this 10% growth never touches 37% of your dollars. Now, as you can see here, with a traditional IRA, you have this, but we do have to pay taxes when we take it out. If our retirement bracket, this would pretty much never happen, but just to show how the logic works, if you're in the 37% tax bracket in retirement, then your spending power after paying all your taxes is $1,424,107, which should look familiar because that's what the Roth gives you. Even though it's tax-free forever, you've lost 37% of your money forever, and that 37% never gets the opportunity to compound. If it were now, you'd be in the 12% bracket because you control the flow, and that would put your spending power at a touch under 2 million instead of 1.4 million. I just wanted to show that it wasn't exaggerated when I said the timing of paying taxes means absolutely nothing. It's to the penny the same at the end of the day for your purchasing power. If you think you'll be in a lower tax bracket in your retirement years when you're drawing the money than you are this current year, you'll want to roll with a traditional IRA. And the beauty is when you roll your 401k over to a traditional IRA, there's no taxable events since they're like accounts. So it makes it really easy. And we will soon discuss that you can actually choose both. You can choose traditional IRA and Roth IRA. This is what I plan to do when my wife and I retire, because I want to take advantage of the strengths of the traditional and the Roth IRAs long term. Advantages of rolling to a Roth IRA. Roth IRAs are better if you're currently in the 10 to 12% tax bracket. And really, you should be contributing directly to a Roth 401k if that's the case. When you move on from your job, you will be able to roll over the Roth 401k directly to your Roth IRA since they're like accounts. If you're in the 22% tax bracket or above in your current situation, you'll want to make pre-tax contributions to your 401k plan, the traditional 401k. And don't lose faith. In the next section, we're going to guide you to a tax-friendly Roth IRA conversion in retirement. How to minimize Roth IRA rollover taxes. Let's talk about when and how to get your money from your traditional 401k to a Roth IRA. Step 1 is to roll your 401k dollars over to a traditional IRA at an online broker of your choice. I personally use E-Trade. And remember, at this point, there are no taxable events. So far in the current year, it's as if nothing has happened. So now your money is all in a traditional IRA. Step 2, convert part of your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA each year. Any dollar amount that you convert to a Roth IRA will have the effect of raising your ordinary income for that year. For example, if you rolled $500,000 from your 401k to the traditional IRA, and then you took that $500,000 and converted it directly to your Roth IRA, this is as if you made $500,000 that year, plus anything that you actually made. So it pushes you deep into that 37% tax bracket and really defeats the purpose of all the tax advantages the Roth provides. Now, the proper way to do this requires you to do some rough math and possibly reach out to a professional for help. But the objective is to roll over money from your traditional IRA to your Roth IRA each year in retirement while staying in the 12% tax bracket. So for example, if you're married and file jointly, in 2023, the taxable income limit is $89,450 or less. So any amount of taxable income that you make that is $89,450 or less will be taxed at 10 or 12%. And remember that any pension income or Social Security payments received, which are the two most common ones I would say, or selling a second house and getting proceeds from that, anything like that will add to your taxable income. However, the standard deduction, which is $27,700 in 2023 for married filing jointly, can be subtracted from your income. So this leaves most people in retirement with plenty of wiggle room to do a pretty good sized conversion each year. Conclusion. One common argument that I hear quite a bit is that taxes will be a lot higher by the time we retire. I highly recommend that you review the history of the tax tables and ask yourself, do you think the lower income taxes will be higher or lower in the future or remain about the same? I'm specifically referring to the 12% tax bracket and below. Remember, you get to control your tax brackets in retirement. And if you don't have wiggle room to control your tax brackets in retirement, you're looking very good and none of this will matter too much anyway. And if you'd like to see more information about IRAs and how they work and their yearly limits, check out this video right here. Thank you for watching and I will see you next Thursday. Deuces.